I wasn't recording. Now it's recording. Alright, on this video we're going to run an offer on an REO that we're going to take it down as a rehab for ourselves. We're not going to wholesale this. So the address was sent to me. So first thing I do is open up the latest Casa Deals Wholesale Offer Calculator. And I leave it on the background. Next thing I do is I go to our Dropbox. I'm just going to use my personal one for now. But you would use your team Dropbox. I go on the properties active and I would create a new folder with the property address. After going here, I create folders called, and I'm going to go detailed and create out all the folders because this is an actual property that we might get.
Okay.
Otherwise, if it was just a quick offer, I wouldn't go through all this trouble. I always create 4 folders: closing docs, comps, pictures, and property reports. Everything else in between, I'll just save it under here. But then everything else will go under its designated spot. All right. So after I have that, I open up a notepad and I copy and paste the address, and I save it on the property folder as a property notes. I do this for every property. Property notes. So all the notes that I type in, I'm going to save it and it's going to go in here. Next thing I do is open up just Google, and I'm going to Google the address, see what I see. From here, I'm going to want a couple things. I'm going to want Google Map, I'm going to want a Realtor, Zillow, and Trulia. I'm also going to go under comehome.com. I'm going to go under walkscore.com. And we're going the extra mile because we're going to do a rehab on this. Alright, this is the Google Maps. And I just see what's around. Main thing I'm looking for is if there's a liquor store around, if there's a train, railroad, anything like that, that would be a factor that would influence the area. Make sure there's no war zones. So plenty of residential activity right here.
Such as Google Maps?
Yeah, Google Maps satellite. So pretty doable. I would copy and paste the link into my property notes. And this is the same folder that when I get ready to do my capital raise and I pull all those links that I provide, I'll just copy and paste from here instead of having to do it over again. Next thing, I go to Realtor. It's a listed property. They're asking $99,000. So it will definitely be listed under a Realtor. I will also go under Zillow, copy and paste. Under the Zillow, I like to see what the school zone is. The school dictates the price property value. Underneath here, the school is 3 out of 10, 5 out of 10, and 5 out of 10. So 3, 5, 10. 10 is good. I mean 5. Next thing I do is go on the Trulia, copy and paste, and crime zone, I get it off of Trulia to kind of see what type of area it is. Copy and paste, it's a good area. Excellent. Lowest.
So they don't show like the green or yellow or red anymore?
They do, it's blue
They
now.
used to be,
Yeah, right here, see it?
oh, okay, so light blue, it's not light blue now.
Yeah. Anyway, so I save that. I go under here and I put come home. Since it's for sale, come home is not giving me a value. It's just saying 99. Copy and paste. Then walk score, car dependent. It tells me what's around. Copy and paste. Alright, one other thing we can do is try to go to the Fast CMA under the Real Estate IQ. I'm going to go in the Fast CMA, see if I'm able to see what the system thinks it's worth.
Right there.
It's only got 3 comps. 160 is how much it thinks it's worth. $124 per square footage. Alright. Next thing I do is go to mattress. I log in. And I'm going to pull up RPR, tax, and matrix. I copy and paste the address. This is the tax information. I print everything. And then this is matrix. I go into search, residential, quick. First I'm going to do sold, and then I'll do leased. Sold, I'll go past 6 months. I copy and paste the address here. And I do 0.25 miles. I have 4 matches so far. It's not a lot. It's probably because this, I think this sits in half an acre. I'll go 0.5 miles. Now I have 18. I'll just take a look and see what it looks like. In the meantime, I'll go back here and I'll print this off.
That was smart. I would have never thought that.
Oh, what? Print?
Going further out.
Oh.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just had a guy on Facebook ask me the other day, how do you comp land?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you even go any bigger than that?
The
Depending on
0.5?
the size.
sometimes if there's not
Yeah.
more, then probably.
Depends how many I get.
Depends how many comes.
I want at the very least 3 to 5
Mhm.
solid ones.
Okay.
So I go back to the property folder and I save that on the property report. So I'll go ahead and start making notes. The CAD value is 179,807. The tax for 2019 is 4,072. I also see if they have any exemptions, right? If they have any homestead exemption, veteran, anything that's going to offset, so I'm going to pay more in taxes. When I get the tax, I also go back to my offer calculator and I put it under here. What was the number? 4,072. And then I also do all the fields that are highlighted in yellow are manual inputs. So you need a value there for the calculator to work for you. So the square footage here is 1284. And that's something, if it was a seller, I would always verify, make sure the tax record matches what the house actually is, and see if there were any additions or anything like that. I save this one. I'm going to download this report. And I'm going to save it under the property report. So I got all this data here. I'll go ahead and start writing down once I look at the app. I mean at the comps. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1284 square feet. The lot, it was built in 1973. The lot is 0.6 acres. 0.6 acres.
I get ag exemption.
That's good.
Yeah. And also I like to write Denton County, and then I write the subdivision that I get from here. Subdivision is Meadows Sub. All right. So next, I want to kind of find out what condition is the property in. One tool we have is the Rehab IQ, in which I don't know if it's going to work now because we're having trouble with the login. But let's try. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Okay. Anyway, we'll go back in here. Well, first, since it's a listed property, let's see what type of pictures they have listed on MLS. This is our property right here. It's active, so it's still available. Since it is an REO, I'm going to read the description, the private remarks, see what they say. Oversized garage. No repairs by seller. It does show to be an REO, which I'll show you here in a minute. It says multiple offers. Review date September 28. Bring your strong offer. All right. Every property that's listed, I go and schedule a showing. Even if I'm not going to go see it, at least they think I went. So it's not a blind offer. I've already scheduled one for this one at 2:30. Right now, we are actually viewing the property. At least they think we are. So,
So it's not owner occupied.
no, it's a,
vacant.
yeah, it's a foreclosed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's already in here. I already scheduled, so I don't want to do it again. But we'll do another one here recently. So what it looks like when I get the show instructions is this. This is my realtor email. So I'll go under showing time, and your showing is confirmed. Once you schedule a showing, they're gonna tell you, hey, it's available on a Supra. They'll give you the showing instructions, and they'll tell you everything you need to know. This one, we are viewing from 2:30 to 3:30, and it gives you the lockbox right here, front door 3902. Do not give code out. So if anything, it will tell you what the instructions are. For example, they'll tell you if it's a Supra, what type of key it is. If it's a Supra, you need the realtor key or whatever. But okay, so now I'm going to look at the pictures to kind of get an idea what condition that property is in. So it's going to need a full rehab. And every time a bank takes care of a house, they winterize and they kind of clean it up so you won't see any furniture or trash left behind. Definitely needs a new garage door.
I don't know what happened there.
That's a mess, bro.
That was weird.
Yep, so it needs some work. I kind of have an idea. I put my square footage here. Everything's based on square footage. I would pick a value. If it's a lipstick, if it's a standard cosmetic, if it's a standard plus, vandalized, upgraded. Um, we can kind of stay conservative, see where we'd be at if we left a 45,000, $35 a square foot. It's a lot. So we'll see what the ARV is, what their asking price is, and see if we don't need to be as conservative on a rehab. They're asking $99,800, so I'm going to put their asking price here, $99,800. Now I want to take a look and see what type of comps we got. These are all the comps around there. Okay. I'm going to select all. I don't want my subject property. And then you can see here seller type, lender REO, and then individuals. That's what we want. If we had other REOs, we're trying to calculate how much we can sell this house for after it's being repaired. Most likely a lender REO is going to be a fixer-upper, so I don't want to include those. And we also are looking for the things we talked about, right? We want a plus or minus 10 years range. We want similar lot size. We want a 20% range of the living square footage. We want around the same numbers of baths, same subdivision, pool or no pool, same construction, brick or frame, and then foundation type, pure beam or slab. So based on that, I'm going to go here on the side. All these are different subdivisions. This one is on the same street of ours. 250,000 is how much it listed for. Sold for 175. I can make a mental note. 175 a square foot. We'll put as a 224. Okay, and I'm just taking notes now. See what's happening there. All the year built, we want between 1963 to 1983. So a lot of these are newer, which means they could get more money. This one will be a good comp, 160. This one is 151, 175 a square foot. None of these have a pool. 3 bedrooms. So you can kind of get an idea, right? I would go in and select all the ones I want to leave it in there. I put quick CMA. And the system is calculating. Underneath, we want to see what's happening, right? So we have 1 active, we have 2 under contract, we have all these pending, 6 properties pending, and then we have 8 sold in the past 6 months. So that's a pretty hot market. 39 days average on market to sell. So I'd make a mental note, average days on market, 39. We want anything under 90 days. Or if we can do longer, but we just gotta calculate the holding costs. And then the absorption rate, we talked about this, 98% off of the listing price. So the inventory is tight here. There's only 1 active property, and then there's 8 plus 6, that's gonna be 14 properties that have sold in the past 6 months, plus this other one, so that's 15. So that tells me the price is gonna go up. So I can push my ARV because there's no supply and there's demand. So that tells me that I can probably overperform a little bit on how the market is going, which I don't want to speculate too much on my value because we make our money once we buy it, but we realize it when we sell it. So we don't want to gamble it too much. It's got to be a secure thing. So once I have the sold values here, I'm going to translate that into my app, right? We only go by sold, but you can already see what I talked about, the price going up because of the market. The average sold in the past 6 months was 125. Right now, the average pending is 145 a square foot.
Mhm.
And then the average listed is 121. This one is probably a fixer-upper too. And then this one is 148 active option. Their asking price, everything we do is by square footage and it goes off the ARV, right? So their asking price is $77 a square foot. And then we're gonna spend $35 a square foot to fix it up. So I go on the side over here on the yellow highlighted field, and first I'm gonna do the sold. So the average is 125 a square foot. And then the max sold was 160. And then the median is 129. The minimum is 93. And then I can go over the pending a little bit. 143 and 175. 143, 175. $183, $224. So just throwing out there number 239. That's 186 a square foot. If I look here, there's no comp that's at 186 a square foot. So that's really pushing. There's some at 175.
But
So
that's ending though.
yeah,
Not actually sold.
exactly.
we don't
So
know.
so I go with maybe 229. And I'm banking on that one sold in at 175, and also price is going up, right? So it's gonna be a nice finished product, complete rehab, everything new inside. So I'm gonna stick with 178 for now. Days on mark, total months for project, I'm gonna go down to 4 because this is selling fast. I only need 2 months max to fix it up. Another 2 months to get it on the contract and sold. So 4 months. And that's what I have. Next thing I want to do is look at the, I'm going to save this as quick CMA sold comps. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to do Cloud CMA because it looks pretty. And I'm going to do print agent full report, agent single line, my agent single line, multi-mat, print to PDF. I'll go back in here, just write client's name, subject property, put fetch listings. Same thing on this one, it's put it all into a report.
Welcome to iBuyer Connect. Currently,
We're gonna bring up your goals, buddy.
What's that?
He said my goal was to get there last week.
Oh, yeah.
You work on your goals there, buddy.
And make sure you get there this week.
Next time you talk to
You need to
him,
fix up
you
your
know
act there,
everything.
buddy.
Yeah, right?
How does he know?
Yeah.
So I'll save it on the comps.
That's that they didn't put insulation, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Between the walls.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, Chris was saying maybe it's through the ceiling that it goes, because she said there was
Really?
Cloud CMA sold comps pictures. Under the Cloud CMA, I can kind of get an idea of the stuff that's sold. and the type of quality that my end product, my rehab, needs to be at. So this one sold for 184, small
That's a nice
house.
That's a nice house, man.
This one sold for 277, just a lot bigger than
That's in
ours.
the range.
Yeah.
Prices are going up.
hmm This one sold for 210.
That's a lot bigger though too.
That's pretty
I
similar
noticed
to
that
us.
when the house is bigger, it's the square footage
It's-
price is actually a little bit less.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's not always a good thing to have such a big house on the block.
No, and we talked about the oversized property. That the difference is only worth a third of the value.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing to think about when you're building.
Yeah.
Not get too crazy.
Uh-huh. Unless you're just gonna live in it for a long time, then.
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing amazing, right? So just pretty average.
Just pretty average.
So I'll go back to my calculator, see where things are now. So let's go back down to 219. It's 170. So let's say 219, we spent 45, they're asking 99. We're gonna hold it for 4 months. I put my taxes here so it calculates the insurance, all my holding costs. If we were to pay their asking price, we would gross 58,000, and then after we pay all of our expenses and investors and everything else, we would make 50. If we were dealing with a seller, we would maybe start at 15, counter at 12 and a half, and our max offer would be this one right here. If we were going to wholesale, we would start at 102. We would counter at 106, 110, and our max offer for wholesale would be 117. Our assignment fees based on the ARV would be right here, and this is how much we would make. This one is a multiple offer situation, right? So most likely it's going to sell for way more than it's listed, especially since how we saw it, the inventory is really tight.
And the houses are pretty average. We'll make it look really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
We can make it pop.
Yeah, but I'm saying even for us to stay competitive and for us to get this deal,
Gotta give a good price.
yeah, if we really want it, it's gonna be above
Okay, that makes
what
sense
we
now.
want. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now,
Like he's way above.
yeah,
You're like 10, 15
I get it
above.
now because it's kind of like an auction
yeah,
at
exactly.
this point.
Yeah, I can
That's
guarantee
why
you
I
it's gonna
said
sell.
Bring your best offer.
Yeah, it's gonna
Multiple
sell for
offers.
more than that. So even if we paid an asking price, it's probably not gonna be good enough. Now, keep in mind, we haven't actually looked at the property. We could be in at maybe 40,000, or we could be in at 50,000.
Thinking
So,
that the HVAC and
yeah,
all the other
It's not,
surprises.
yeah, it's not so much a big deal on repairs. Obviously, we want to be as accurate as possible, but the most important number is the ARV. Because if I'm off 10 or 20% off the ARV, that's between 20 to 40 grand. 10 to 20% here is going to be, between 5 and 9, which is a lot of money, but still not as much as this one.
Mhm.
So we want to stay in between. Our max would be 128. We would make gross 29 and walk away with 21. Or we could go 117, so 15% net, gross 40, and net 32. I would be pretty comfortable with that. Either 17.5% or 15%. 17.5% is 111, and then this one is at 117. I wouldn't go 128 for this one,
Mm-mm.
just out of a gut feeling. I'd just
We
be
haven't seen it. If we were really confident, then we could go higher.
yeah.
But
Or
at
if we
this
had walked
point-
it and we were
Yeah, exactly.
extremely confident on the rehab numbers, then I could play around with a little bit more. So I would personally offer 117, see what the bank says, and then get back to us.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Even if we get at 117, although it's an REO, we could still wholesale it at 80 cents on the dollar. So that would be 219. minus 45,000. 130 minus 117.
17.
We could still wholesale this and make a 13,000 assignment fee. Now, we could pretty much have zero risk and wholesale this thing out for 13,000 without having to use our capital or anything. Or we could go in, purchase it ourselves, and go through the trouble, have the risk, and walk away with 32. So it's kind of like, what's your appetite for the day, right?
Mhm.
What would you rather do? How much money do we have to invest? How much other work or how much other deals do we have? So we always have a walk away fee. So maybe we'll do an offer at 83 cents on the dollar, and that would be our walk away fee to see if it's worth wholesaling or go through the trouble. So maybe we could try and get 83 cents on the dollar and we can make 19. Now I would take that deal. I'd rather make 19 with zero risk and
Fast
not worry about
sale.
anything than going through all the trouble with dealing with contractors, insurance, liability, all that stuff, paying.
Somebody to manage it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we can have a walk away fee between 19 to 17.
In a quarter of a time too.
Yeah, exactly. And then think of how many we can do out of these as opposed to these. So you just got to know, we got to have a walk away fee or we do it ourselves. So that's the plan right there. So right now we're going to go ahead and submit an offer for 117. Now it's an REO, so we kind of play a little differently. I would first go ahead and email the agent and be like, hey, is this still available? I notice you're reviewing offers today. Is it by 5 p.m.? I'm interested. I'm going to be submitting an offer. So it's almost like a two-step touch. So right now, let's contact the realtor. I
And
go on to the MLS.
The purpose behind that strategy is just so you don't show your cards, or maybe he'll spill some beans.
It's mainly to make it look like it's a actual transaction.
Okay.
Like it's not just a bot sending offers, low ball offers to see if it gets through or not.
Okay.
So I go here. Here's the realtor information. Her name is Inga Gonzalez. And I never lie, so I won't say like I saw your property. So I'll just ask if it's available. But she already saw me. She gets a notification when I schedule a showing.
Okay.
So I put the address here. So this that we are doing can very easily be done by a VA using all of our MLS alerts right here. These are actually properties in the market that we can just copy and paste and have a system, somebody that just works on these, right? Look at these, all REOs, active listings. Same thing.
Wow. That's why I was asking you the other day. I said, man, what's up with all these coming down this pipe?
All of this.
And these are freebies.
Yeah, look at this
one.
one.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's a wholesale deal all day. Right
Yeah,
here.
man. Fort Worth. Holy crap.
So instead of going through all this process that I did, you kind of bypass it, right? You have your calculator ready. You just run through fast CMA, get a value, run that value, pick a number here out of the predetermined values, depending how the pictures look, and then submit it. See what if they counter or if it goes through. Then we go back and spend a little bit more time on it.
Should we be hitting those up at least like twice a week or
Oh,
something?
Yeah. We have our goal of 5 offers a day. That could be part of
Like
it.
block out like 2 hours or something.
Yeah,
just hit a
and
bunch
then
of REOs.
submit it.
Freebie, man.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason why we shouldn't be at least submitting an offer like that. And if you take the time and schedule a showing, email the agent and say, hey, is this still available? I'm interested. Those are the little things that would differentiate you from like a new Western acquisition that probably already sent a blind offer to these guys. You know what I mean?
But we can't send an email yet till we have the license.
You can just
Send it through.
just send it through me.
Yeah, go in the office.
Yeah.
We can access MLS all day.
We can create a
Assistant login.
or just an assistant at Felipe, assistant at EXP Realty.
Yeah.
That way it seems like it's coming from me.
Kind of like a front desk.
Yeah, and you can just pretend like you're me.
Yeah, because we were listening to that on a podcast, right? It's like, oh, get close contact with the REO agents in your city, and they'll be sending you stuff all the time. Like, you already got it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, like that. So let's go ahead and so what I'm gonna do is contact the realtor, ask. We already know, she already put under the private remarks that they're working multiple offers. So all I'm gonna do is say, let's see. And that's exactly why we also use a track contract, because it's the same as us submitting this offer too. Now the bank might come back to us and be like, hey, we need to change this, or we need to use our title company. But at that point, we already have our foot in the door. So her name is Inga, so I'd be like, hi, Inga. Hi, Inga. Just wanted to touch base and let you know we will be submitting an offer here on your listing shortly. We saw that you have multiple offers and the deadline is today. Hopefully you are still accepting offers before 5 p.m. today. If not, just let me know. I'm gonna say, if you are no longer accepting offers, please let me know. Hi Inga, I just wanted to touch base, let you know we'll be submitting an offer here on your listing at 903 Glen Garden shortly. In all this, we can create a template that says insert property address here, and it can pull from Freedom Soft or whatever we have, so we can automate as much as possible. Hopefully. Hi Inga, I just want to touch base and let you know we'll be submitting an offer here on your listing as shortly. We saw that I have multiple offers, and then it lines today, the 28th. Hopefully, we're still accepting offers before 5 p.m. today. If you are no longer accepting offers, please let me know. Talk soon, and offer email to follow. Okay, so that would be it. I would blank copy my team so they know what's going on. My assessments.
Just put assassins at Casa Deals.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna create that. Hell yeah. Alright, so that's sent. Like if she's a super busy REO agent, she probably won't even reply to that. But if she's not, then it's a good sign if she replies. But now I'm gonna write the offer. So I'm gonna go into Texas real estate. I also look here under the private remarks and see if we're gonna wholesale this, it's imperative that we control the deal and we control the title company and we dictate all that. like an REO, they're not gonna wanna do and or assigns. So there's different ways of wholesaling that. We would either form a new entity, close under that, and assign our rights to the new buyer, or we would try to still assign the contract as long as the bank didn't insert any clauses that said it's prohibited from being assigned. And the other option is also to double close, in which we would have a contract with the bank and then just a regular contract with the end buyer besides just an assignment. And the escrow officer's got to be on your side for you to be able to do this and pull it off. So under this one, it says right here, preferred title company, seller's service link, which is probably who handles the bank. This is the location for the title company. I'm just gonna use theirs because we'll just buy it. You know what I mean? Instead of assigning or trying to double close or whatever. So I look to see if there are any instructions, right? When you buy them from the MLS, you always submit proof of funds letter, in which there's a little cheat code to do that. For us, we have the actual line of credit, so we can just use ours and the screenshot of the proof of funds. However, if you didn't have that, you would just go on this website, in which this used to be very basic stuff. I guess they stopped teaching this. And then you just request a proof of funds letter for free. You just input the name here and the address, and I've gotten a $1.4 million building just using this type of stuff in here. And anybody can come in here and do it. And keep in mind, once the realtor sees it, sometimes yes, you will call and they'll verify it since it's a real service. But a lot of times it's just a checkbox on their check sheet. Oh yeah, I have proof of funds, it's fine. So, all right. So now we're gonna go ahead and write the offer. Okay. Keep in mind, we're just gonna write the offer as if we are buying, not as if we are wholesaling.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go into Texas real estate. You guys should have the login for this.
Mhm.
Gotta go get some water real quick.
Can we go to the button?
Will you give me some water for me,
Keep an
baby?
eye on cash, okay?
He's just sleeping his little life away. Will you give me some water? Here's my cup. Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
All right, so I'm logged in, and I'm gonna go. Now I always, that's something we didn't even talk about. This is my final offer, and that's not even including my commission. So the bank's got to pay me a buyer's commission, so I get 3% on that. So technically, I could even go 3% higher than this, which I might do it just so we can get that deal. Thank you, babe. So right now, I'm gonna go new transaction, new purchase. We're gonna have all these templates already built, so you guys don't have to worry too much about this. 903 Glen Garden Street. It's a residential. There is an MLS Connect. I'm gonna click on that, and I'm gonna get the MLS ID out of this property. I'm gonna select I need to update the password because I changed it since you guys came. So it found the property on the MLS. I'm just gonna say use listing information. It's got a template in here. It's probably not accurate, but I'm gonna use it anyway, and I'll just fix it as I go through it. Also, once it's a property on MLS, I'll go in here. There's this section that says documents. I'm gonna click on it, and anything pertaining to the transaction is gonna be in there, like seller's disclosures, all that stuff. So I can go ahead and sign in now, so we don't have to go back and forth. So certificate of amendment. Information for preparing an offer on this foreclosure. See, so that's very important. Download.
We're gonna be like light years ahead. Like,
Oh, yeah. Music.
it's gonna be nuts.
So acknowledgement and certification of prospective purchases. The undersigned hereby understands and acknowledges that employees cannot buy it. The employees of Chase. And then here are the instructions. Every bank is going to be different. This is going to tell me exactly what I need to do to submit this offer. Information.
More screens, Felipe. We need more screens.
It's just I hate when Word doc does the book view,
Yeah.
because then I get super confused. Okay, information for preparing an offer on this bank-owned property. Seller, select Portfolio Servicing Inc. as attorney in fact. RE 903 Glen, tax shows 903 Glen and Denton County. All offers must be submitted by the buyer's agent. That's me. I'm my agent. Using the online offer management system. Access the system via the link information below. A technology fee of $150 will apply to the buyer's agent upon consummation of a sale. Submit offer using this link. So I was going to start writing that contract. I don't even need to do that. I need to follow the instructions here. Sold as is, seller will do no repairs. A buyer beware situation, no seller disclosure required. Disclosure exempt. Seller makes no warranty, seller has no survey, buyer expense. Use track 1-4 family contract, which that's what we're about to write. Subject to counter offering or addendum. Bank requires buyer to execute and include an acknowledgement and certification of prospective purchases, which is the one we just saw. Seller will pay title only if title company, if seller's choice. So seller will pay the title if we use their title company, which means they are still open for us using our own title company if we pay for the title. Since I am buying, I don't mind saving that money and using their title company. If I was going to wholesale it, then use mine, pay $2,000. Most likely they like if I use theirs, so you kind of got to pick your battle. And this money must be a cashier's check at time of deposit and contract with title company. Amount should be 2% more or less. So 2% on my offer, 117.02. 2340 is the deposit. I can show to them that I'm serious. Like I said, 10,000 deposit or 5,000 deposit, and that's gonna be a stronger offer. If they receive the same offer, they're looking apples to apples. This one has a $2,000 deposit. This one has a 5,000. Let's go with the 5,000 one. So we treat it like a wholesale deal, right? They say must have proof of funds for cash or pre-approval letter of financing. This property we need a special rehab loan. Contact info of buyer's land. So I'm not gonna read all that. Seller prefers very short, less than 5 days is inspection period. This time period starts the day the contract is fully executed. Expect multiple offers and be prepared for highest and best round. From this round, seller will choose which offer to work and negotiate from there. Blah, blah, blah. Possession order upon closing and funding. Be sure the buyer has transferred all utilities. Okay, so I got everything I need. So I'm gonna follow this link here, and they'll probably have me update. They'll probably have me upload the contract there. So let's see what this looks like. So this is our property. I'm gonna submit my offer. New user. So it's got to be my realtor hat here. We'll do this one real quick and then we'll break for lunch. Way. Oh, it says my email was found in the database. Why do they have my email in their database?
Have you submitted it before?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Nope, I have it here.
Interesting.
Please enter new password.
That'd be interesting.
I'm gonna use our generic password. Password did not meet criteria. Okay, so it's almost like our password. Okay, well, let's go back there. Follow that link again. Submit offer. I am a real estate agent, and I agree to pay $150. Highest and best offers only. By 9:30, so I'm still within the time frame. Buyer's name, I'm just gonna fill it out. Raw Equity Group, LLC, doing business as Raw Acquisitions. Then buyer's address. Buyer's email address, fsoros@Raw Acquisitions. Buyer's phone, 1-800-394-0470. Funding, financed by contingency expires 3 days. Is mortgage pre-approved? Yes. Approval conditions. Cash equivalent financing. Hard money loan. Lending company name. Lending home funding corporation. Justin Thomas. And we might just do cash, but I'm putting these guys here just in case. Because if that's for cash. Oh, cash.
Cash. Pocket change.
And good that I got this letter here recently from them for $2 million. So I'll just get that submitted. So that's my proof of funds right here. Which is also another good thing, right? If I have an offer that's equal to that one, and I have a $2 million loan approved, it's better than if they have one with whatever. Almost done with this, okay?
Okay.
Type of loan, unconventional, private loan. Loan amount, let's just say if we're buying at 117. Let's pretend it's 117 is the asking price. I'm just gonna do 120 because we're gonna get a commission anyway. Plus 45,000. 120 plus 45,000.
That's 3%, right?
No, the 45,000 is the rehab, and then 120 is the purchase price. And
No,
then
I mean the 120 was with the 3% that you said.
yeah,
Okay.
not exact 3%, but just
Around
an even
there.
number.
Okay.
I might just do 121.
121.
So minus 10% of the down payment that I need. So our loan amount is going to be 153. Then the down payment is 12,000. Concessions, none. Upload proof of funds. So I'm going to put my pre-approval letter here. Then I'm going to upload my bank account info here too. Just a snapshot so they can see that I have the 12,000 for the down payment. We have the snapshot here of the bank account, 388,000. So I just submit that, and that should be enough.
That's the dream right there.
Yeah. Very doable. Use proof of funds. So I'm going to put it over here. I'm actually going to change that date to today. Image.
Did you say happy birthday to Bob yesterday?
Today I did.
Me too, today.
I'm gonna
You did?
call
I
this guy
forgot,
after we're done.
yesterday. It was his birthday.
No, I'm calling him.
So offer price, we're going to do 121.
That's what the 3% above.
Yeah, so let me see if they are paying 3% or is it 2%. Let's see. Oops. We're still within our range, right? So yeah, if you see here, BAC, it's buy agent commission, 3%.
Oh,
So 121 is 0.03, 3,630 minus 121. That will put us right at 117, where we need to be.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna leave it as that. Oh, what do you guys think? Y'all want 121 or y'all want 117?
I like 21.
21's a good number for me.
I like
too.
that number.
Okay.
21.
Babe?
21 savage.
21's my birthday.
21 is your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
So is mine.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
It equals 3.
Earnest
Yeah,
money, I'm
3.
just gonna put 4,000. Method of payment, Cashier's check. Closing date?
Today.
I say closing date, 2 weeks is good.
2 weeks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think the
Can you
13th.
get crazy like that and be like, we're closing today?
Nah, you
No?
can, but
Is there like a
Gotta pay a premium or
process or something that won't allow you?
kinda, they can't even move that fast. So,
Oh, okay.
and then they're gonna
Oh,
say,
because they
oh,
gotta do all the
yeah,
all
and
the
then they're gonna
back-
say, oh, we need a new contract because this is passed. Like before they review this, it might be Tuesday, or it might be Wednesday or whatever, and you gotta process the. Plus, we gotta act like we're a
title,
big hedge
everything.
fund company. So hey, we gotta submit to our legal for processing. We need at least a few business days. You know what I mean? But we know we can buy it. We need title work. We need to review it, make sure everything is good. So, what day is that? 28th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say the 13th is good. October 13th. Plus, if we're gonna wholesale it, we need time to market, right?
Yes.
Per redeem rate. I'm just gonna divide that up. I don't want to leave $100. Yeah, that's fine. Reason for purchase: investment. Inspection contingencies. We could say no, or we could say yes. We haven't actually looked at the house, so we can say yes, contingency. All we need is 2 days from the executed contract. And that, say, hey, we accepted your offer, let's execute it. So I have 2 days to go out there, take a look. If we don't want it, then back out. We could put a contingency, or we can leave it without contingency. You want a contingency or no?
No.
Alright, so no contingency. Attorney contingencies, no. So that's it. That's all I need for the contract. Additional comment. I'm gonna put buyer is really handsome, as the
Yes.
they like that. So
Yes, please.
buyer's first points, no, no. So now we're gonna write the contract. The exact same thing we said that we're gonna do here. We need to say it under the contract. Close to something else. Well, there we go.
What, the contract?
Yeah, and that screen. This one.
Have it up.
Hmm?
You don't have it up there.
I thought I was on zip form already. Was I not? Maybe I closed it. Alright, let's try this again. So I'm gonna go to the zip form. $903. And I'm gonna select winter form residential. Now I need to read the instructions. And the instructions is seller is select portfolio servicing. So that's my seller.
attorney in fact. That's part of the cornerstone agreement.
is Raw Equity Group, LLC, DBA, Raw Acquisitions. So I'm gonna look at the legal, make sure it matches. Meadow sub block A, lot 2, all looks good, zip code looks good. Exclusion, storm shelter. I don't think that's accurate. That's probably from another.
No.
Just gonna take this out. The cash portion of the sale is gonna be 12,000. The rest financed. 121. It's 12,000. 109. So that gives me 121. 10,000 cash. Buy has an active real estate. I say principal of buying entity has an active track salesperson license. Earnest money, we say we're gonna do $4,000, and we are gonna use their title company, which is called Service Link. Their address is 1320 Irving. And the title policy shall be furnished by the seller, since they're paying for it. Service Link. Go underneath, will not be amended or deleted. Within 5 days, seller shall furnish the buyer, title company, seller's existing survey. We don't need a survey, I'm just gonna take that out. Objections. Buyer has not received the notice within 3 days. So it's not required to furnish. Buyer has accepted the property as is. Service contract, we don't need any service contract. Our closing date we talked about was
The 13th.
October 13th, 2020. Possession upon closing and funding. Special provisions none. Closing costs none. And then notices to buyer at let's put our address. Phone is 800-394-0470. Email fsoris@rawacquisitions.com. Okay,
Is there
so
an F-O?
agreements of party.
You wrote it wrong. F-Source.
All right, so
You're missing an O in your last name.
okay, so one of the addendums that they need is called bank requires buyer to execute and include the acknowledgement of certificate, which is this one right here. So that's gonna go under one of our, they spelled this thing wrong. So I'm gonna select this. I don't need anything else. I don't need a third-party finance addendum because it's the equivalent as cash. So I read the instructions. Sold as is, sell, do no repairs, no seller disclosure required. Use track on page 8, paragraph 22, add. So page 8, paragraph 22.
And seller disclosure would be any defects or somebody died in there or something like that, right?
Subject to, what's that?
So seller disclosure.
Yeah,
So
so
they
the
don't
seller
have to disclose whether there's some issue with the house or something.
seller's disclosure is just a property condition form that just lists the facts about the house and there's foundation wrong with it. Every property we like to include that.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
they want us to write subject,
Nobody's lying.
page 8, add other, subject, subject to
SPS counter offer and or.
Now they're gonna add, I
addendum.
guarantee you, to the seller disclosure thing, because remember how I said, anybody with HIV, now they're gonna add coronavirus.
For sure.
I guarantee you they'll
For sure.
add coronavirus.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna change it.
Cause it's such a big thing, you know, so
Yeah.
if somebody had coronavirus in that house and died or something, people don't wanna know,
yeah.
so they could change the HVAC, carpet, whatever's in it,
Yeah.
and you could be liable.
Yeah. So you don't have to disclose natural death clauses. Natural death, so you don't have to disclose. If it was like a murder or something like that, then yeah.
Yeah.
But so termination option. I think we didn't do any, right? No inspection?
No, we didn't do any.
How many hashtags?
So no inspection.
Gotta add the comments.
No, don't do it, no, add it right to the post,
Oh, wait, it's
the
got-
algorithm ignores it, look at it,
I did the repost.
yeah, by the time you go put the comment, the algorithm's already
It's
gone.
already gone.
Buyer owner as buyer's agent. I got all my info here. I gotta add my supervisor.
That was me.
Misty Michael.
Is that from EXP?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
Your
pull up her
supervisor?
info here, huh?
your supervisor?
So I pull up the info here, broker information. So I just copy and paste her information. And one way you can tell how good your realtor is her license number,
Okay,
because it goes in order.
so what do you mean?
Like she is a 0522, I'm a 6012. So she's been licensed longer than I have.
Oh, since
So
09?
you gotta pay your respects, because realtor, 1 year in realtor is like double dog's life. It's 14 years. So
I done seen a whole lot.
For real?
Where is he, how is the
Never
age
been
of
here 3
the,
weeks.
where is it, 0522?
So I could go and search on the track website and see when she got licensed, but you can tell, so she's been licensed for a while. But then, like, I was dealing with that realtor for Northcrest. Her license number was like 07 something, so I knew she was licensed. Yeah, so there's like blood in the water. You see, oh,
You're like
yeah.
a shark, you know.
exactly. You know how well you can push it. Like, I'm not paying for a survey. The buyer pays for the survey. And then she's like, oh, okay. Yeah. So,
You're right.
the listing broker. So I put their information here. This is the agent, Inga Gonzalez. So that comes out of the MLS. Kelly Williams Realty is her brokerage. License number. $9005113. This is coming out of this right here.
Mhm.
Her email address, her license number 0361795. (036). She must be 100 years old.
This lady, huh?
Yeah.
She's probably had it for like 50 years now.
Licensed supervisor of listed associate. Her supervisor is Stacy. The license number of Stacy is 461604. That's another dinosaur. And then this is their office, Flower Mound. This is their phone number, 214 8504478.
I'm gonna have a dash 19 on it. Oh, those are the COVID guys.
75028. So this is my commission, 3% down here.
Mhm.
That's it. The offer is done. So I'm gonna save it, and then I'm gonna save as a PDF. Save to my device. I'm gonna put save. Click to download. Now it's downloaded here. This is what it looks like. Now I need to sign. And then I gotta make sure I add that other disclosure there, right? So I'm gonna sign now, okay? So I go to EXP's little deal. Log in. Let's try this again. I'm gonna go into DG sign. And we have a right signature that we use for the company. But I already have this one, so I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna upload the contract. I am also going to upload that certificate. I'm gonna upload my proof of funds and my checking account summary. So it's all going in here. And I want the order of this one first. Yeah, all that looks good. New recipient, Felipe Soares, is signing as the F. Soares at Raw Acquisition is the buyer. Needs to sign, save, boom, buyer's agent. I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna go underneath. Oh. It's kind of funky. All right, these are the signatures. Select. I'm gonna initial here. Buyer Felipe. Buyer. And then within Freedom Soft, we'll have templates that everything is already signed. So we don't have to do this every time. All we're gonna need to do is copy and paste a few things like the address, the amount, and then everything else will be done for us. Just gonna save a lot of time so we can submit like 10 MLS offers a day.
This is time consuming.
Yeah. and you start getting lazy, especially if you have to do
Yeah,
this
you
every
can see
day.
why you would have a better chance, because you have to have some discipline to keep going to this.
Yeah,
Some people will just give up.
especially the contracts and
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm. It's true.
It's a lot confusing if you don't know what
It
you're doing.
is.
Yeah, but you just gotta do it a couple times. That's all. Date signed.
I understand.
No, man,
It's good.
It's rough.
And then
It's
I
good.
always put
It's
signed
hard.
by Felipe Soares. It's managing partner. Oh, it's president and CEO or whatever. Off Raw Equity Group, LLC, doing business as Raw Acquisitions. And then I can go a step farther and write a Texas Limited Liability Company. It just looks professional.
Fancy.
Legit.
And every time somebody signs something, you need to know the designation of the entity. I'm signing on behalf of the entity, so that's why I'm saying signed by Felipe Soares. It's managing partner. And then whatever's in here should match the operating agreement of the company that they're going to request for it. Okay, that's it. So I'm ready to sign. Double check, make sure everything looks good and beautiful. Go underneath. This is the acknowledgement they want us to
Then you
sign.
attach there.
The signature Felipe. Printed name. Date signed.
I don't know.
Raw Equity Group. I'm just gonna write Felipe Soares. It's managing partner of Raw Equity Group, LLC. DBA Raw. Okay, this is it. This is our proof of funds. September 18th, Raw Equity Group. This letter confirms Raw Equity Group is approved for $2 million from Laney Home Funding Corporation. Laney Home for the purchase and renovation of residential properties. If you have any questions or would like additional information, contact Justin Thomas, and that's his contact info. And then we'll go underneath, and we got to make sure we have at least $10,000 to cover the down payment. So we have it here. And then that's it. If we had any other addendums we needed to add, it would be here, but we
Did they
don't.
request this?
Now we
like,
are done.
The proof of funds, this, or did you just add this so that they can
I just added as
see?
a little caveat. But
So
yeah,
that
they
know that we're
would
serious.
like to see whatever cash is bringing to the table. They like to see it somewhere.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Just
put
add more
send
credibility.
Felipe, you sexy thing, please sign. And then I say thank you for signatures. Now I send it to my client, which is Felipe Soares at Raw Acquisitions.
Sign me.
Now he's gonna go under his Raw Acquisitions email and he's gonna sign the offer. So Gmail. It's almost like I have a multiple personality disorder.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah.
You gotta keep things interesting, right?
Yeah. So I'll go in here. Here it is.
I thought he
Oh,
was sending it to a lady. I was like, what?
so here it is. Felipe, please sign. I'm gonna review
You
first.
sexy thing, please sign.
I'm gonna
See what
choose.
he's doing.
I'm gonna choose my signature. This one looks good. I agree. Let's select start. Just click.
Boom.
Click.
Boom.
That's
Little
a-
victory every click.
That's a strong offer. There's a
It
very
is.
possibility we could get this thing.
It is very strong. You guys went strong on it. Probably would have gone a little
Less?
117. But I can see how a strong offer would get us the deal.
So this is the signed offer. It's not executed. We're gonna execute it once the seller signs it. So I go back to that little page here. Okay. And it says buyer agent upload real estate purchase contract.
So now you just gotta upload the
The one
contract
that I
that you just signed.
Okay, that's it. And then submit.
So we will know by today, right? If we're out.
No, I think
No?
by the 30th is when they're gonna review it according to this right here up top. The offer has been successfully submitted. You can now manage this offer online. That's it.
Awesome.
And then it says, don't follow up. They'll just contact us. So,
If yes or no, yeah. That
but
makes
yeah,
sense.
I can still follow up and
Mm-hmm.
see. But yeah, so that's it. And then I have a confirmation here. A new offer has been submitted with the following details. Offer price 121. Buyer's agent Felipe Soares. You can manage this offer here. And then she hasn't replied to me to see if that's still available or not. But at least they have a record that I went to see it today at 2:30. So he's not sending blind offers. He walked this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Good. I like it.
The end. Now,
Recording.
yeah.